My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. It is Lazarus League, and it is Stygian Guard, and it is the Proto Hard Cage, if it has to be. Strix and Hallow are here at least, so that buoys my soul, buoys my resolve. Timbriers. Strix is giving 3 damage to Hallow on Slay, and Hallow is giving 30 health to Strix on Incant. We've got 2 Offering tokens in the base deck, so I'm probably going to be doing some incanting. 2 Twisted Assistants in here as well, with the Graft of Twisted back. Such a good graft. This is actually another thing. At the very end of the last episode, look, because to me, it was 20 seconds ago, so it's contiguous, right? I think the assistants are also a really, really good reason for Departure Manifest to be in the game. The all units have deployable artifacts. It would make this guy so much better. And also Makeshift Golem. Armor 12, Extinguish, apply Armor 12 to friendly units. Serapaternus Chosen Adventurer is going to be doing some silencing near the end that we got to worry about. Where Laz League is our lead. Interesting. So obviously I don't have a room yet, but on deployment phase, draw a room card from your deck, reduces cost 0. It's pretty compelling. Is it compelling enough for me to go Stygian, Merchant of Steel, and then Merchant of Arms immediately? Maybe. I mean, it's not like the spells in my deck are ridiculous. This takes, obviously, you know, Offering and Spellchain and Holdover especially well. And Hair of the Hybrid, equipping a friendly unit under half health applies armor 10, otherwise it applies rage 5. Really good in a world where I have enough equipment, but I have 2 sources of equipment in the base deck at the moment. I'm gonna take Dante. The Footstool, that is. I also really do want to go heavily in on Brewmaster at some point. Have I? There's no way. There's no way I've not done that at any point. Okay, good. I still have. Huge Concoction mixes 3 times on a cooldown of 3. Which is fine. The stat line is 75-40, so it becomes a backline unit. There's also Resolve, Gain Reanimate. I mean, realistically, Incant apply unstable to enemy units would have been the best line here, but it's the only one not offered. Let's go Brewmaster. I'm literally doing it because I don't want to do it. Because I think Brewmaster is weak, but I both think it's weak, but I also really want to do stuff with it. Yeah, I think that's a fair explanation of where my head's at on that. We've even got 1 space left on the floor. That's really useful. Yeah, I do want to start mixing. I'm just looking for Makeshift Golem to get some Reanimates. Sick. I guess I should play it as a defensive unit then, if it's not really going to change the equation of any of the damage on the bottom line. I'll take Spikes or Reanimate. Reanimate is preferred though. Got that ability again next turn. 1 more secret ingredient at least. There we go. Huge reanimate stacks. And of course, it's enough to get us over the line. Especially with the scaling damage for every strike on our backline, adding additional rage. Hell yeah. Potion kit for even more mixing. Yeah, but there's also Forevermore Serum, which is just straight up reanimate I can play on a target. Potion kit is pretty consistent reanimate generation. Overworked Assistant's also really good AoE clear, something I otherwise don't really have access to. I'm about to go Merchant of Steel with a Stygian banner next to it, so I'm probably going to start building a incant line. Having a Reki and Makeshift Golem as my second line, then my bottom line being an incant line is much more appealing to me. I'm taking the Overworked Assistant. Titan's Gratitude, 60 damage to a frontline enemy unit. For a single card, 60 damage to a frontline enemy unit. Discard a card. No, just give me Flash Freeze for some directed damage to a backline. Interesting. Smidgestone and Multi-Strike available there. Definitely one of the best carriers for the trampling equipment is a Sweeper. Like, giving Sweep Multi-Strike to a unit and then giving it just Twisted Back on strike, gain 2 rage, it's ridiculous damage. It's probably way more ridiculous than however much I can get out of incanting Siren of the Sea. I could also mini-stone Makeshift Golem and run this as a bottom line right now. I like that. I'll hold the rest of my money because I'm really still looking for a room that's going to be good for us. Enemy unit secure on each floor is kind of annoying. Because I really don't want to set up on a top line, unfortunately. The enemies are going to get really powerful as they ascend. We're taking no damage from this line, at least. Oh boy. We lose the Makeshift Golem on the bottom line already. Oh, that's not good. Can I get enough health on Icy Silify to survive this fight? It's probably going to have to come down to sapping the boss stupid style. That'll do it. Good lord, that'll do it. Woo! That's why the reanimate was a good idea. Just a reanimate potion would have gone so far there. Anyway, Organ Harvester gives us the ability to give spikes to our unit, and then those spikes become reanimate, which is pretty good. Offering tokens. I mean, I got 2 of them in the base deck, so give me a Crypt Builder, please. I think I just took 2, additional Calcified Ember, unfortunately. Alright, Merchant of Arms, show me value. So, value is quick attack for Icy Silophyte right now. It's... do I take it Steward's Quarters? If I do, I put it in my opening hand. So 75, 75, 190. If I wanted to reroll as well, I wouldn't be able to. Obviously, the argument for taking a Steward's Quarters is literally just to have the top line have a pretty beefy guy. How likely am I to go Capacity as my first relic? Very unlikely. Energy or Draws, probably more likely. So without Capacity as our first relic, the value of the Steward's Quarters is significantly lower. That said, I'm really not good at doing large damage to a single frontline target, which is pretty much exactly what Steward's Quarters, like, flourishes in doing. That's annoying, but I think that's probably what I should do. Also, Combustion Suit on strike, apply Unstable 5 to enemy units. Just a really good card. It also gives 10/10 stats to a unit. Let me hit up the Celestial Alcove here so I can heal afterwards if I need to. If I wanted to, I could go Frailty Penance. Strixen Hello, Archeon. Yeah, by the time I get there, that'd be fine. So Frailty Penance, fragile, but Celebrate. When you win a fight, permanently gain 10 additional damage. Just throw that on Icy Silophyte, it suddenly gets a bunch of damage. Obviously, removes my ability to give it quick, and also, it's just not that good. Versus, like, Ascetic Penance, which gives me the ability to, like, for a Twisted Assistant, ideally, just gives me the ability to play them sacrificially as well as gain additional energy to continue playing out the rest of the hand. Maybe a Calcified Ember or one Calcified Ember at maximum. I'm gonna just straight up apply Rage to Icy Silophyte. Yeah, so I can start digging for the appropriate stuff. You're already dead, don't need to deal with you anymore, so Frozen Lance for the top one. Spikes? Got it. Spikes, and then you gain Reanimate because you're going to slay the Savage Spearman when it attacks you. Perfection. Oh god, please let me continue keeping you alive, though. Ooh, that doesn't do it. Damn. Get another 12 health out of it, at least. Just need to be a little faster with those. gotta start fishing for additional regeneration at this point, I believe. It's gonna short us a lot of the damage that I need as well, unfortunately. That additional one doesn't do anything. Only the first one slaying on the top line really actually makes a difference up there. So Frozen Lots, your units. Same one down. I mean, Icy Silify really does need to be scaling its damage. Yeah, there's some reanimate. Yeah, this is really underwhelming down here. Let's get a Spear Steward and a Twisted Back on that top line. Yeah, I need upgrades to my tank unit yesterday. 8 times spell weakness? I should probably just wait until I draw Crypt Builder to kill you. Which gives me the ability to burn a Calcified Ember this turn. Hell yeah. And I have to draw Crypt Builder this turn, because it's one of the only cards I have there. Get her! Sadly, Crypt Builder killed the enemy, and I didn't have the ability to burn out another card. Double-Edged Bearer, Double Arms. Pretty good. That's okay. Spike the Stygian Gifts for Guard. Gifts for Guard's really good because it's just going to draw out, like, mostly cards that I'm okay with losing. Double-Edged Bearer seems like it's more of an investment. Like, I need immediate power. I have long-term power. I need enough immediate power to be able to save my frontline unit. Unfortunately, that Gifts for Guard also comes with the Calcified Ember. Lodestone Totem, incant to apply sap to enemy units. That's a powerful way to keep a frontliner alive. It's also very expensive. Hogging Mass likely gets played on its own line at the moment. I mean, it's either take the Lodestone Totem or don't take Lodestone Totem here. I think I do have to go Capacity. Gives me the ability to chump on the bottom line in front of the Makeshift Golem a little bit more, with the assistance as well. And then later it'll give me the ability to play a Lodestone Totem down there in the middle of the battle so that I can also try and mitigate some damage. Because it's not like our top floor is necessarily an incant floor. Go Capacity. And this one has to be Merchant of Steel. Second smidge though. Oh! Oh, damn. Zone of Silence. Perfect. That's just going to be a Zone of Silence for our bottom line, and it's going to be free. Thank you, Dante. I mean, Mad Scientist to have incant apply unstable to enemy units, not really relevant in the world where I've also got an Icy Silifite down there. So I will dig deeper on the Brewmaster. Annoyingly, these are really good upgrades, and I don't think I need either of them. I want Endless on Makeshift Golem, or I want Dualism on Makeshift Golem, or I want Titanite on Makeshift Golem, or I want Quick on Icy Silifite. That is compelling. Do I go Large Stone, though? It's a bunch of additional stats for him. It's a lot more stats than Titanite really gives. And he doesn't get larger. Unfortunately, it means I can't just straight up give him Reanimate, which obviously there's value in that. Overworked Assistant gaining another Reanimate. I mean, I'm really unlikely to use you that much, so I'm hesitant to do it. I will give you it though. Yeah, that should be fine. -1 energy per turn is certainly annoying here because it disables removing any of the Gifts of Regard or playing Lodestone Totem or the other Gifts of Regard. It certainly makes some things a lot harder. However, not having that 150 gold would also make things a lot harder. Hell yeah. We get Twisted Back turn 1. Ooh, I even get to burn a Calcified Ember here. I think I should take the opportunity while it's afforded to me. Single Twisted Back is already enough for the top line to survive without taking any damage, so I'll just let that roll. Not without taking any damage, without worrying. Okay, spikes. There it is. So, there's your spikes. Now gain Reanimate for each of them, because we're still not attacking at quick speed on Icy Silophyte, so the Makeshift Golem should gain a bunch of additional Reanimate here. Yeah, there it is, up on 6 Reanimate. Perfect. I love it when it all works out. Thanks for all the armor, buddy. Faulty Body is going to be incredible for doing that as well. Apply Fragile and spikes 40 to a friendly unit. I mean, Mixology, though. Damn it. Fine, you got me. I really want Mixology. Urchin Spines, Crystal Seeds and Drain. We are going to be going all the way to... Oh, Strix and Hallow. You'd be a really good target for Drain. Interesting. We are going all the way to the Titan fight, so I'll definitely take the Drain there. Imperial Well and Simple Vortex. I mean, yeah, I've already got an expensive room being drawn into the opening hand. I think I probably want to go back to a Merchant of Magic for a bit here. Double stack. Yes, please. Drain 6, thank you. Holy Stone. I don't know if I need you. I'm gonna just straight up cost reduce a Mixology, I think. Should I take a Holy Stone? Just throw it on the Crypt Builder? I will. I'm probably gonna regret it. I'm probably not gonna be thrilled that I've done it. I'll give +10 to a Flash Freeze as well, so it's much better at taking out backline silencers. Second Lodestone Totem on Essential entirely, and Icy Silophyte also. Triboulet, KO, and Gros Michel. So 1 rare, 2 rares, 3 rares, 4 rares. There's 4 rares in the deck, so this would give 12 additional health to all units, which is good. It's good. Except if it keeps Twisted Assistant alive, in which case it's awful. However, per KO is just additional Ember and additional... Well, it's not additional draw, it just replaces itself. It's additional Ember and additional spell casts that could be really relevant to us, helping us pay for some of the highest costs in our deck. Enemies enter with Titanskin 4. Sure. Literally not a problem for me at all. Reiki? You go down there, you go down there. There we are. I mean, I'm definitely still using Secret Ingredient. Yeah. We'll apply the Rage version of it, then pull for, there we go, regen. And there's an argument for spikes, but I think I always end up getting spikes before I need it. So I don't need to focus on that as my priority. Eventually I'll have to take spikes, and I'll just take it then. I'm worried about putting the Lodestone Totem on the bottom line right now because eventually it will stop me from getting slays. Because I'll silence units to the point that they don't attack me, and then I won't be able to get them with me Organ Harvester. The Organ Harvester. Now I just need spikes. There we go. I was forced to take them as well. Oh, both times even. I'm far enough ahead at this point that I should be okay to just pop the Calcified Ember. And I am really still looking for every available opportunity to pop those. Oh, no. Spears to a top line so I can take out the Ravenous Zealots. Give me Rage, because our damage on the bottom line has been lacking. Then fish this for, there we go, Unstable, in order to help clear the upcoming backline. Oh, great. I even get to not play that Calcified Ember. Great. Some good scaling damage. There we go. Yeah, honestly, that works out pretty well. A single Frozen Lance is almost enough to take the enemy out here. Happy to hold for a moment. Zap you. Come on. Dang. I really want to play out the Calcified Ember, but I have to sacrifice so much health to do it. Enemy goes up to the top with literally 75 health. No, I can't do it. I want to so bad. Rage, then damage shield, and sure, life steal, why not? Steward's Quarters has been doing good work. Path of Flesh. No. Graft with spiky skin is nice. And Revenge gained spikes is also quite nice, but I really don't have time to get that at that speed. It's going to be competing against an Organ Harvester for Makeshift Golem most of the time. Let's take a risky operation for plus 10 damage to a unit. Unnamed Tome, because it's the Unnamed Tome. We'll absolve the Twisted Assistant. Just unravel him like Sponge James from Bob. Sponge Robert, it's got to be, right? The super smooth version that looks like a bar of soap. I do still need minion upgrades. I still do really care about quick. But unfortunately, that's very narrow. But I also care about upgrading all of my my shield stewards now as well. Yeah, that's a better argument. Tick. There's the quick for the Ice Silent Fight. There's a large stone for a shield steward. I'll go incant, gain armor 2 on a lodestone totem, getting it ready for the bottom floor. I'll give some additional damage to a spear steward who will stand in the back line. That's why we took the large stone. I'll smidge stone that same shield steward. Give additional reanimate to the Ogwarged Assistant by base, and some additional help to the lodestone totem by base. As for our dupe, I think that's a good argument for another shield steward, just so the top line has 2 really, really big damage shield stewards just ready to go. Really big and tanky and big and damagey. Feels like it's either that Excavated Ember, maybe another Drain also could be good. Maybe even Mixology. Nah, give me the big steward. Big stewards. With quick down on the bottom line, we're much less likely to get slays on the Makeshift Golem now. So I should make sure to consider that. Oh yeah, I'll big sap the boss. Well, this is really annoying, because, like, the thing I need to do most is the one that's the least impactful to the board state. It's just play a Twisted Assistant. I mean, it is the thing I have to do most, though. So, we do it. This has a slay trigger, so I definitely don't want to just feed an overworked assistant to it. And there we go. That's all the damage the Icy Silophyte is ever going to need. Oh, hell yeah. This is great. So 25 blocks all of the incoming damage. No, wait, it doesn't. Wait, did Strix just get more powerful when I played that card? What happened? I could have sworn you only had 12 damage and it was going to hit. Anyway, let's see what we can do about this. I guess damage shield works. Unfortunately, had to trigger an incant, but I do keep the frontline unit alive. Oh my god. Everyone's lined up for the perfect unnamed tome. Thank heck, I finally get regen. Please give me reanimate as well. Thank you. Makeshift goal. Good lord, really needed the help. Let's... Actually, I don't even need to play that damage. I'll just play equipment. Silence everyone on the bottom line, and then a... Oh, hold up. Gotta get my reanimate. Let's get a twisted back on the... Frontliner? No, you'll waste it. Backliner, then Combustion Suit there. Then this Drain takes 12 damage straight out of Strix's pocket. Oh, I don't even trigger the reanimate that turn. Perfect. I'll take a single pyre damage so that I can burn out another Calcified Ember. Huge amount of spell weakness. Sorry, huge... Oh, I was mistaking the unstable for the spell weakness. Never mind. Not a huge amount of spell weakness on the enemy at the moment. A reasonable amount of spell weakness on the enemy at the moment. Trigger the Relentless phase just so that I can style on him. There you go, big old drain. You're doing 0 damage as well. Hello, no damage for anyone. Well, I guess except for the ridiculous scaling damage of the twisted back there. Brain transfer. Sacrifice a unit to transfer all damage and buff and debuff effects to the front friendly unit. I mean, that gives me the ability to sack a Overworked Assistant to give 3 reanimate to the Makeshift Golem, which is pretty cool. Also gives me the ability to sack a Twist Assistant in the middle of a turn, gain its equipment. Also, the other piece of the pickups here. I mean, other than the conversions, you're just having good stats. Just not very relevant. I do still really care about energy, but the thing is, I care about draw more because my energy can still be supplemented via other things, including the increasing amount of excavated embers we are going to be getting over the course of this run. I was about to immediately click the Merchant of Steel, but what upgrades do I even want from you right now? Just spear steward damage upgrades? It's pretty narrow. Still probably worth. Interesting. Yeah, I'll smidge and large stone a single steward again, sure. If I re-roll, it's entirely possible I wouldn't even be able to buy quick, so I'll hold. Overgrowth Carapace is a perfect piece of equipment for one of those top liners. Huge concoction. So I've got to use my small secret ingredients to try and fish for the green potion, and then when I have the green potion, then I hit a recce, because I don't want to mix 3 times and I'm, you know, hard committing to a blue potion that I don't care about. Merchant of Magic in the next area seems pretty obvious. Oh, wow. I mean, that's pretty cool. Get that to reanimate on the very first turn. Oh, it kills it first and then gives a reanimate, unfortunately, so I only got 2 out of it. But 2's still okay. I almost don't want to fish out of a recce until I already have a green potion in hand. The only problem is, how long am I willing to hold that for? Don't have the green potion, sadly. Got the right potion for deleting one specific enemy if I need that. Okay, we're fishing from the right stuff now, yay. Unfortunately, the collector is silenced, so I don't even get any money from it. Did you have to spawn on this floor? I could play Lodestone Totem this time, but I could also get rid of the Calcified Amber, and that seems much more impactful. As long as I assume I'm going to beat the boss, which, without any scaling on the Icy Silophyte, I'm not certain about that. Heck, it did not discard the infusion. It's good to see the top line's actually capable of taking care of business. Could have been pretty scary otherwise. Got to keep mixing until I have a ridiculous amount of reanimate now. So I'm not getting it from the slaying at this point. Hell yeah, just throw another shield steward on the top line. I mean, damn. The stewards are actually really doing the work here. And I've got another big mix coming out from a Reki next turn, so I'll hold. Silence all the enemies, get my big mix. Bring tokens through that. Excav. Do a brain transfer from the Magnificent. Sorry, from the Magnificent. From the Golem to itself. Did that actually double its stuff? I didn't watch its buffs in the period of time. Oh. It appears to have changed what stacks I'm getting from this. I got reanimate both all times the first time, and now I get none of it. Rude. 10 stacks of reanimate there. No, it doesn't. What? I guess because it transfers, and because it transfers, it takes the exact stacks on the unit rather than being able to add to them, I guess. Oh, there's the one that actually has to reanimate. Hey, there we go. We can get enough damage on the Chosen Breastone frontline that I don't have to worry about it killing the Icy Silophyte. Not that that would have changed the outcome. Reanimation Lab. Friendly units gain 7/7 on Summon and Reanimate. No. Surgical Strike. Piercing. If it kills an enemy, it sticks around. Capable of killing another. No. I'll take a single retreat for a single daze there. And another unnamed tome, thank you. Oh, hell yeah. Increase the number of choices when using Mix by 1, please. First time each turn a friendly unit is equipped, gain 1 energy. Energy's enough of a problem, I'll happily take that. On deployment phase, draw an equipment card from your deck, reduces cost to 0. I mean, I'd happily take that. Although there's also Ancient Pyre so that I could just use all of the energy I want if I need to. It's probably much more appealing. -1 cost intrinsic would give me Mixology in my opening hand. However, it would leave me with exactly 150 left over, so I wouldn't be able to buy either the Attuned Whetstone or the Ancient Pyre-Tap. I should probably go Pyre-Tap and removals if I had to guess. Yeah. The removals are pretty obvious. Should just be those Frost Lances. -2 cost can consume. I mean, I'm unlikely to play Brain Transfer many times per fight. Silence! I mean, given that we are at the very end, it's absolutely time to just preemptively play the Lodestone Totem on the bottom line and another Shield Suit on top. Cost me the grand total of 4 additional Deployment Ember. I mean, I gotta be honest, generating Twisted Back turn 1? Having it played? This is huge. We'll regen and reanimate, and now I always get control! Yay! Although there's 4 different infusions I could get, so I think there's 4 different infusions I can get. So there's the possibility the first hit misses it. Got our damage scaling activated on the bottom line already. I like the idea of playing Drain. I don't like the idea of possibly discarding the Calcified Ember that's about to become bigger. Welcome back to the top line. You should be horrified to be there. I can sap all of my units on all floors happily. Reanimate another couple times. Mixology as well. Then I summon an overworked assistant. I give you the big infusion. And risky operation, maybe? Yeah. Then I will brain transfer your buffs all to the Makeshift in the front line. Was there any especially good reason to do it like that? No. I could. That's the reason. Because it was possible. Straight up sap for the boss, fish for an infusion, and then just keep building on it. If I have enough reanimate, the enemy can never do anything to me here. Almost even fully sap their damage. You may have that sap. Thank you. The huge concoction must give me 3 reanimate. I am satisfied with no less. Oh, hell yeah. We even got the calcified ember here on the last turn. Just get to play it out. We've got everything we could need. Scaling damage, scaling defense. Enemy annoying modifier mitigator. Via silence. And also our sweeping unit on the bottom line. Certainly helps with that.
Clash with the Titans.
Again, I'll happily play everything out. It's definitely the time for it. Thank you for fetching the correct thing. I feel like Overworked Assistant is basically nothing here. Like, maybe I should just throw it in the front line to sap up some hits. Makeshift Golem's almost never going to slay, but I will give you the Reanimator. If anything, just out of respect. Unnamed should go on Savagery, preventing some direct damage to the pyre. I don't think there's a single unit I want to sack. To give its buffs anywhere. So I think I'm just going to use this as an early trigger of 1 reanimate on Makeshift Golem to give some armor backwards. There's the unnamed Golem. Drain. This big one goes on Dominion on top line at the end of the turn. Oh, fish. Hell yeah. Ooh. Ooh, no. I need to do more casts on the bottom line. That Chosen Assassin was almost about to attack. Yuck. I want to get lifesteal and damage shields, or at least lifesteal for the shield suit on the top line. That should be pretty accessible. There's the lifesteal. Full heal back up by the end of the turn. Sounds good. I really don't want to sap my units. That Curse of Entropy is tough stuff at the moment. Yeah. We take damage to that. Okay, we'll be fine on the next floor with the Chosen Assassin. We've sapped it enough. Hell yeah. Love discarding Curse of Entropy. I am back to caring about Reanimate. Perfect. Wait, I had Concoction that turn, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oops. Well, at least now I finally got my Twisted back, so I can get some scaling damage on Icy Silobite. It feels so late for that to be the start of that, though. Yeah, they don't get additional health, the stewards on the top line, so the Chosen Assassin is just going to kill them. So I guess I can't play the shield stewards this turn unless I kill the Chosen Assassin somehow. I don't want to kill the Chosen Assassin somehow. Ooh, back in the Mistology. Happy to see it. Even more Reanimate again. And you know what? I'll fish for additional Reanimate at one apiece. I'm not going to need more than another 8, so I can start using my stacks for other things. For instance, perhaps sapping. That's 4 spell weakness now. Unfortunately, my biggest spell damage cards have already died, so it is going to be another full cycle of savagery before we kill him. Let's go for something defensive this time. Lifesteal counts as defense. I guess I'm also not doing that well against Entropy. So I get for removing my spells from the deck. At least the Shield unit in the front line is... Oh, dead. I thought it was healthy, is what I was about to say, is still comfortable and healthy. Next words that are about to betray themselves out of my mouth. Alright, we got this. Hello! Welcome to your doom. We have mixed just a stupid amount of ingredients, and in doing so managed to keep the makeshift golem alive to the point that it kept our entire bottom line alive, allowing the icy side fight to just ruin people. And if anyone got past us, don't worry. We had some stewards to clean that up as well. Sick. Gotta mix a couple more times, and then... let her rip. $37 damage taken across the entire fight, especially considering that I have a Ancient Pyre tap and was actively letting the Curses of Entropy dome me. Very little damage for a boss fight. Specifically for the Titan fight. We upped our spell weakness application. I didn't really use the spell weakness that much, but I did make people very vulnerable to them. And then I deleted the spells from my deck via Consume. That'll do it for the moment until I head back into the Dimensional Portal next episode, but then... or that'll happen then. What'll happen now is the outro. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game is me, Monstering 2. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content of the game, past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank there. And a special thanks this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.